The call ends, but the ringing stays in my ears. I stare at the phone like it's a weapon still smoking. My body trembles, caught between rage and disbelief. They did it. My own parents took everything I saved. The apartment feels smaller, like the walls are closing in. I pace from the window to the kitchen and back again. My reflection in the glass looks like someone else. Someone who's finally seen the truth. I open my laptop and log into the bank account. Every transaction shines like a wound I can't close. Luxury cars, diamond rings, hotel bills. I whisper each amount aloud, like reading an obituary. $31,000, gone. Stolen under my name, from my own hands. I scroll back further, searching for the pattern. I find it, it's always been there. Small withdrawals here, strange payments there. Every time I believed their stories. Every time I thought I was helping. A broken car, a late mortgage, a hospital bill. All lies wrapped in family guilt. The cursor blinks, waiting for me to act. Report fraud. 2 words that could burn the bridge for good. My chest tightens, but my fingers move anyway. I type slowly, carefully, like writing my confession. This is not a mistake. These charges are unauthorized. The confirmation window appears. I hover over the button for a long moment. It feels like betrayal and liberation at once. Then I click. A soft chime sounds, and something in me snaps free. The screen flashes. Your report has been submitted. My pulse slows, but my thoughts don't stop spinning. What happens next? They'll call, they'll beg, they'll twist it around. They always do. But this time I won't answer. I open the Notes app and start writing everything down. Dates, calls, amounts. A trail of evidence they can't erase. My coffee grows cold beside me. I barely notice the time creeping past 3 a.m. Outside, the world sleeps peacefully. Inside, my world is burning clean. Every lie turns to ash in my head. I see my father's face, his calm tone on the phone. You owe us everything. No, I don't, not anymore. Family shouldn't mean debt. Love shouldn't sound like a threat. I close the laptop and exhale. The night air feels sharper, but lighter too. For the first time in years, I'm not afraid to start over. They took my money, but they won't take my name. Tomorrow, I'll freeze the accounts and change everything. New passwords, new card, new rules. No more rescues, no more forgiveness. I lie back on the couch, eyes open to the ceiling. Sleep won't come, but peace might. In the glow of the laptop screen, I whisper it again. Not this time. Never again. Morning creeps through the blinds, pale and unforgiving. I haven't slept, not a second. My desk is covered in papers, receipts, old bank statements. 10 years of transactions stare back at me like ghosts. Every line tells a story I refuse to see. Mom's dental work, Dad's truck repair. All the emergencies that pulled me apart piece by piece. I open the first folder, March 2018. A hospital bill for $4,200. I dial the number printed at the top of the page. A woman answers, calm and polite. She checks the records. There was no surgery. No patient under my mother's name that year. My hand tightens around the phone. Another lie confirmed. I pull a red marker from the drawer and slash the page. One by one, I open more files. A tuition payment for my brother, who never finished school. A loan repayment that never existed. Every document turns into evidence of manipulation. I thought I was helping them survive. Now I see I was helping them destroy me. I scroll through my messages, past years of guilt traps. Sweetheart, we wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious. Family helps family. Every text a small hook that kept me tied down. My phone buzzes again. Mom calling. Then Dad. Then my brother. I let it ring until the sound feels distant. I'm not their emergency fund anymore. I open a new spreadsheet. Label, family financial record. In one column, I list every dollar. In another, every lie attached to it. The total climbs, higher than I imagined. $84,912. Money that should have been a future, not a ransom. My eyes sting, but I don't cry. I just keep typing. A call flashes on the screen again. This time, it's my cousin. She's the only one I might still trust. Her voice sounds cautious. Your mom says you're accusing them of fraud. I'm not accusing, I say quietly. I'm proving. There's silence, then a soft curse. Jesus, Lynn, you finally saw it. Her words land like an anchor. For years, I've been floating in denial. Now my feet are touching solid ground. Are you pressing charges? She asks. I don't know yet, I admit. But I'm done pretending. She tells me she's proud. It's the first time anyone's ever said that to me. When we hang up, the quiet feels different. Not empty. Just clear. I take a deep breath and close the folders. The lies are cataloged, contained, powerless. My laptop hums softly as I create backups of every file. Digital armor for the war I didn't start but will finish. The sun rises higher outside my window. The light spills over the table, bright and sharp. For the first time, I don't flinch from it. I look at the pile of papers and whisper to myself. No more secrets. No more saving them. It's my turn to survive. The morning starts with a list. A long, brutal list of everything that still ties me to them. Joint accounts, power of attorney, family phone plan. All the invisible strings that keep me trapped. I write each one carefully, like numbing ghosts before banishing them. By 9, I'm at the lawyer's office. The receptionist smiles, unaware I'm here to dismantle my past. The papers are ready. Revocation forms, signatures, official stamps. My hands don't shake this time. I sign every page, steady and calm. The lawyer watches me, eyes kind but curious. You're sure about this? He asks. Yes, I answer, louder than I intended. Each word feels like a door closing. I remember being 19, signing papers I didn't understand. My father's hand guiding mine. Just a formality, sweetheart. It was. It was permission to own me. Now I take that permission back. When the last page is done, I exhale for what feels like the first time in years. Outside, the sky looks whiter somehow. At the bank, the teller hesitates when I close the joint account. Are you sure? It's listed as family priority. I'm sure, I say, sliding my ID across the counter. The screen flashes red as she locks it. One string cut. At the phone store, the clerk scrolls through my records. You've been paying for 5 lines since 2018. 5. Mom, Dad, my brother, and 2 tablets I've never seen. Cancel them all, I say. She looks up, surprised by my calm. Another string gone. By noon, I'm lighter. By 2, almost floating. The insurance broker frowns when I remove my father as a cosigner. Family coverage is better protection. I don't need their protection, I reply. I need my freedom. When I get home, the silence feels earned. Then the knocking starts. Hard, desperate, furious. Their voices pour through the door, thick with accusation. Open up, Lynn. We need to talk. After everything we did for you. Each word hits like an echo of my childhood. The begging, the guilt, the control. But I don't move. I sip my tea and watch the steam curl into the air. I hear my father shout my full name, the way he used to when I was small. I hear my mother crying for the neighbors to hear. The performance is perfect. But I'm done being the audience. I sit still until the knocking fades. Outside, an engine roars to life. Tires screech, silence returns. I breathe it in like oxygen. My phone buzzes with messages I don't read. Instead, I open my laptop and create a new folder. Recovery. Inside, I store every confirmation email. Closed account, canceled plan, revoked access. Proof that I belong to myself again. I close the laptop and whisper to the quiet room. This is what freedom sounds like. Not applause. Just peace. The next morning feels strange, almost too quiet. No messages, no emergencies, no one asking for help. I make coffee slowly, letting the smell fill the room. The silence isn't heavy anymore, it's healing. On the table sits a vase of yellow tulips. I bought them yesterday, just because I wanted to. $8 at the corner market. The first thing I've ever bought only for myself. They look fragile and brave at the same time. I catch my reflection in the window. There's color in my face again. I smile, awkward but real. It feels like meeting a stranger I might learn to love. I check my bank balance. Stable, untouched. The numbers don't scare me anymore. For once, they belong only to me. I decide to take a short trip that weekend. A drive to the mountains, no plan, no purpose. The road winds upward, green and endless. The air smells like pine and freedom. I stop for coffee, browse a small art shop. Every breath feels like proof I'm still here. At night, I stay in a tiny bed and breakfast. The sheets are crisp, the air cold and clean. When the clerk asks if I want to extend my stay, I say yes. The word tastes sweet, like a new language of choice. I sleep deeply, dreamlessly for the first time in years. But peace never lasts without a test. 3 days later, Mom's Facebook post appears. Some children forget who changed their diapers. Some children abandon their family when needed most. The comments sting more than I expect. Praying for you, Denise. Kids today have no loyalty. I don't respond. I just screenshot the post. Evidence for the folder. Then comes my brother. He shows up at work, wearing a new leather jacket. His voice cracks perfectly as he talks about losing his job. I've got the kids in the car, he says. I look out the window. The car is empty. You're really going to let us be homeless? I almost laugh at the performance. I can't help you, I say softly. Not anymore. His face twists from pleading to hate. Dad was right, he spits. You're selfish. Maybe I am. Maybe selfish is another word for free. He storms off, leaving the smell of lies behind him. That night, a package arrives at my door. A silver bracelet I mentioned years ago. No note, but I know who sent it. The next day, cookies from my favorite bakery. Then a glass paperweight with my name engraved. Gifts meant to hook me back in. I donate them all, unopened. The air in my apartment feels lighter. The past is still outside, knocking softly. But I've learned not to answer. I make tea and sit beside the tulips. Their petals are fatting now, edges curling in gold. Still beautiful, still mine. I whisper to them, to myself. Peace doesn't mean they've changed. It means I finally have. The voicemail comes late on a Tuesday night. My mother's voice trembles with practiced panic. Your father fell. He broke his leg. They won't operate without payment. For a moment, I freeze. The old reflex returns fast, sharp, automatic. Grab the wallet, open the laptop, fix it. Then I stop. The silence stretches long and clear. I replay her message, once, twice. It sounds almost identical to the last one. And the one before that. Different words, same rhythm of manipulation. I walk to my desk and open the folder labeled Family Fraud. Inside are the receipts of my past obedience. Fake surgeries, missing loans, vanishing savings. 3 medical emergencies in 8 years. Each one turned out to be a lie. I scroll through the files, calm and steady. Dad's gallbladder surgery that was actually a fishing trip. Mom's dental pain that became a living room remodel. My brother's broken arm that healed overnight. Patterns like fingerprints. I see them all now. The part of me that still wants to help whispers weakly. Maybe this time it's real. Maybe they need you. But another voice, stronger, clearer, answers. You can't save people who feed on your saving. I sit down with my checkbook and write a name. My own. $5,000. Memo line, peace fund. Money for myself, for boundaries, for breathing. Tomorrow, I'll open a new account at a different bank. One they'll never find. A fortress for the future they can't touch. The phone buzzes again. Another message. You're heartless, he could die. I delete it before it finishes. Then I write an email to my mother. Short, polite final. I'm sorry for what happened. Here are links to hospital payment plans and assistance programs. I hope you get the help you need. No accusations, no defense, just truth without guilt. When I press send, the relief is immediate. It feels like cutting the last thread of a web that strangled me for years. I close my laptop and stare at the tulips on the counter. They've wilted completely now. Petals soft, stems bending toward the table. Even endings can be beautiful. I pick one fallen petal and press it between my fingers. It crumbles easily, but leaves color behind. That's what survival feels like, fragile, but still vivid. Outside, the city hums softly. Somewhere out there, they're rewriting the story again. The ungrateful daughter, the selfish child. Let them. I know the truth, and that's enough. I pour a glass of wine and sit by the window. For the first time, I taste peace instead of guilt. I whisper it aloud, to no one and to everyone. I choose myself. And the night, for once, agrees. The invitation arrives in a thick cream envelope. Gold letters spell out my cousin Mai's wedding. Her handwriting fills the corner with a small note. I'd love to have you there. You're the only one who never asked for anything. I trace the words with my finger, feeling their quiet weight. 3 months since I blocked my parents' numbers. 2 months of real sleep and silent mornings. I still hesitate before touching the card. Old fear lingers, even when the door is locked. On the morning of the wedding, I stand before my closet. My hand lands on a black satin dress. Not morning black, but something softer, steadier. The fabric catches the light like calm water. I whisper to my reflection, not grief, closure. At the garden venue, sunlight glints off rows of white chairs. I arrive late on purpose. Just enough to avoid the small talk and the pity. Heads turn as I walk down the stone path. A ripple of whispers trails behind me. Then I see them. My parents. My father leans on a chair. No cast, no limp, no sign of any fall. My mother's lips part in perfect shock. They weren't expecting me to come. Or maybe they were expecting me to crawl. Our eyes lock across the space between tables. He looks away first. For once, that small victory feels enormous. The ceremony flows like a dream I can finally watch without pain. My glows. When she smiles at me from the altar, I feel proud, not envious. After the vows, the crowd shifts to the reception. Music hums low, glasses clink, laughter floats. Then my mother appears beside me at the punch table. Her voice trembles, just enough for others to hear. How could you abandon your father when he needed surgery? The sentence lands like bait. A small crowd turns their heads, waiting for my reply. I pour my drink slowly, letting the silence stretch. I'm here for I say evenly, not for you. Her eyes widen. No scene, no surrender. Just truth. Across the room, my father raises his glass. A wordless demand for a toast. I leave my drink on the table. The moment hangs suspended in air. He lowers his glass first. The shift is visible. Power moving, quietly, permanently. Later, an aunt leans close and whispers, "You've changed." I answer. When I finally get home, The security system chimes its welcome. I kick off my heels, exhale, and open my laptop. My subscriptions list appears on the screen. Streaming accounts, phone plans, shared passwords. The last thread left, our family account. I hover over the cancel button. Then press. Are you sure? The box asks. Yes, I whisper. The confirmation flashes bright and final. I close the laptop and stand by the window. The night outside is wide and quiet. Stars scatter across the dark sky like tiny freedoms. I don't need their constellation anymore. For the first time, I am my own. The alarm rings at 6:30 a.m. My birthday. For the first time, no calls, no messages, no guilt. Just silence. I lie still, waiting for the usual ache to return. It doesn't. The quiet feels full, not empty. I brew coffee in the French press I bought last month. A small luxury that once felt impossible. Sunlight pours through curtains I no longer keep closed. The world looks softer today. My phone buzzes once. It's Mai. On my way with cake. No candles. You're too old for fire hazards. I laugh, the sound light and real. When she arrives, she's holding a crooked chocolate cake. The frosting leans, imperfect but perfect for me. You made this? I ask. Almost burned down my kitchen twice. She grins. We eat cake for breakfast, watching clouds drift by. The air smells like sugar and peace. You were never the problem, she says quietly. You were just the first to escape. Her words settle deep inside me. Later, when she leaves, I step into the garden. The herbs I planted have started to grow. Mint, basil, rosemary, alive, rooted enough. I whisper to the morning light. Family shouldn't drain you. It should help you grow.